Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Carter scores, Taylor rages, and Finn betrays. This week's predictions for Bold and the Beautiful include Carter Walton scoring, Taylor Hayes going crazy, and Finn betraying someone. We have predictions for Carter and Daphne Rose, as well as Taylor and Brooke Logan for Finn and Steffy Forrester for Brooke and Hope Logan for Bill and Liam Spencer. Taylor's fury, Bold and the Beautiful is outraged by Brooke's CEO office antics. Our first prediction is that Taylor Hayes will be furious over what she perceives to be skanky behavior from Brooke. The teaser for this week's promo gives away some details regarding a really desperate move. In an attempt to surprise Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., Brooke emerges from behind the changing screen in a bra and underwear when she is in the CEO office at Forrester Creations. Brooke is ecstatic as the door opens and asks, "Is that you, Ridge?" She's going to show off, only to discover that it's Taylor, not Ridge. Brooke lets out a startled yell, and it's obvious that she was expecting Ridge. The main reason for the screaming, I wager, will be that Taylor caught her attempting to hurl her lady bits at Ridge once more. Brooke will not give up easily. I'll give Brooke credit for not giving up easily, and she believes that Taylor essentially snatched Ridge in a shady way, even though it was Ridge who left Brooke and rushed to Taylor over the CEO issue and her support of Hope for taking his business. Predictions for Bold and the Beautiful: Carter scores #BoldandBeautiful, Taylor rages, and Finn betrays. Since Waffler Ridge is solely responsible for Waffler's bouncing from chick to chick, I believe Brooke believes Ridge is fair game because she believes Taylor stole him unethically. After Ridge declared his commitment to Taylor, I anticipate that Taylor will lose it when she sees Brooke in her purple underwear preparing to throw herself at him. I'm expecting her to call Brooke desperate, pitiful, or shady, who knows? Because she lacks self-control, Taylor might even firmly assert that she doesn't want Ridge to ever be alone himself with Brooke again. This frantic and obvious attempt to woo Ridge can backfire if Ridge agrees with Taylor and ignores Brooke. Finn's covert meeting: the secret plans of Bold and the Beautiful are revealed. Our second guess is that Finn will sneak off to visit Sheila Carter and Luna Nozawa. Steffy is currently at the emergency room, anxious and distressed about Liam, who has a brain bleed and may be losing brain cells due to oxygen deprivation. Because she is upset, Steffy stays close to Liam the following week. Finn expects Steffy and Liam to spend time with Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paras McKinley, at the house, but that is not going to happen. Finn will discover all of this information, and things may become intriguing after that. Since Finn is a good man and is aware of Steffy's affection for Liam, he is unlikely to mention her being in the hospital. Steffy is slipped from by Finn. But while Steffy is preoccupied, Finn might use this time to stop by Il Giardino, perhaps using the pretext of ordering pizza. In this manner, he may see his mother and daughter. Steffy might be too focused on Liam to realize what Finn is doing, and he might arrange up this encounter so he can claim it was unintentional, the kids requested pizza from there, or something. Just in case you were concerned, a recent behind-the-scenes photo shows that Liam will not die if he is apprehended. He and his father are going to eat at Il Giardino shortly. We have a photo of the episode that was already taped. Since Liam is wearing a head covering, it is likely that he had brain surgery and is wearing a beanie to hide the bandage or something similar. However, if Steffy is by Liam's side during his entire recuperation, that will allow Finn some leeway. Additionally, with Jackie Wood's maternity leave scheduled for the upcoming months, they might be apart for a while, and it will likely revolve around Luna and Liam and all the drama that goes along with it. Brooke's family fractures on B&B, Hope's departure. Third, when Hope moves out, Brooke will be upset. Deacon Sharp recently assured Hope that he would support and be there for her. When Hope expressed her want to avoid returning to Brooke's property, Deacon offered for Hope and Beth to relocate into a little apartment up there where he and Sheila reside. Since Sean Cannon stated in a recent interview that he and Anika Noel have a lot of scenes together coming up and we've only seen a couple so far, I anticipate Hope accepting Deacon's offer. You never know, so expect more. Hope might be at Il Giardino and those flats, she might decide to move in or even think about working there. Deacon, Sheila, Hope, and Beth are playing happy family if he manages to bring Hope over there with him. Naturally, Brooke could be upset, particularly because Hope removed Beth from her land. Brooke might feel as though she has lost her man, her daughter, and her granddaughter all at once. Bill's redemption, fatherhood and guilt. Our fourth prediction is that Bill will become the greatest father in the world despite his overwhelming guilt. As a result of the intracranial hemorrhage, Liam will remain in the hospital for another week and flatline. He obviously had a problem that caused him to faint, struck his head, and now has a brain bleed. Thus, we are most likely examining two problems, the Falkust problem and the Falkust problem. Naturally, things took a turn for the worse when Bill scolded his son, which likely raised Liam's blood pressure. Although Bill wasn't the root of the problem, he would feel guilty and likely despise himself for how he treated Liam after learning that Liam almost died following their disagreement while he was away at a conference. Bill will rush over there as soon as he learns that Liam is flatlining and in critical condition, and I believe he will make it his life's work to make up with Liam and win his forgiveness. Once more, a new behind-the-scenes image shows Heather Tom directing a scene with Bill and his son at Il Giardino for a future episode. Liam is wearing a kind of head wrap, which may represent a bandage, a wound, a shaved head from brain surgery, or something else entirely. However, it's clear that Liam has already begun making amends with his son because he is out with Bill at Il Giardino. Carter's new romance, the seductive meeting in the design room. Our sixth and last prediction is that Carter and Daphne carry out the action. After Hope broke up with Carter, who is now unmarried, Daphne consoled him, but despite her intense affection on him, we haven't actually seen them together since. According to spoilers, Deacon will visit Forrester Creations the next week and assault Carter in the design office. He intends to inform Deacon that he believed Hope would get why he returned the firm, but Carter fails to persuade Deacon, who accuses Carter of betraying Hope and shattering her heart. After that, Deacon and Carter practice karate on one another, giving us a little Cobra Kai action. By the way, both actors are trained in martial arts, so there should be some impressive fighting skills. Daphne intervenes to break up the altercation before it gets out of control. Emotions will undoubtedly be running high once Deacon leaves, and we'll see Daphne calming Carter down and soothing him. This could be the moment when Daphne finally gets the guy. After fighting with Deacon, will Carter end up having sex with Daphne on the couch in the design room? If that's the case, hopefully they shut the door since you don't want Deacon to return for a final word and witness them carrying out the action, as that would likely lead to yet another bout of kung fu combat. To keep Ridge around, Taylor pretends to have heart problems. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes will use deceit to keep Ridge Forrester. Taylor pretended not to be after Ridge when she arrived in town months ago, but where is she now? Will Taylor pretend to have another heart problem in order to avoid losing Ridge to Brooke once more? Brooke Logan is committed to regaining Ridge Forrester's position. Because Taylor pushed her way into Ridge's life during a difficult time, Brooke is furious. If Taylor and their kids hadn't gotten involved, Ridge and Brooke would have been okay. Before Taylor returned to Los Angeles with broken heart syndrome, Brooke and Ridge were doing well. Ridge wanted to move on with Brooke and insisted on helping Taylor get over her heartbreak. But before to this coup, Brooke and Ridge started to argue about Hope Logan, Annika Noel. When Brooke refused to throw her daughter out of the house for him, Ridge became enraged. Despite everything, Brooke still desires Ridge's return. Brooke Logan may advance. Ridge and Brooke are co-workers at Forrester. This could provide Brooke the opportunity to outshine Taylor and reclaim what is rightfully hers. Ultimately, Brooke finds Ridge and Taylor's actions unacceptable. Brooke thinks all of this is unjust. Ridge is unaware that Brooke returned to Forrester Creations in order to reclaim the business for him. By choosing Taylor over Brooke, Ridge would prefer to harm her once more. Unfortunately, Ridge expects Brooke to be waiting on the sidelines, and he and Taylor never get along. No more being Ridge's floor mat, Brooke needs to get up and leave. Ridge is not worthy of having Brooke wait for him. Taylor Hayes puts her all into her work. If Brooke can manage to get Ridge back, Taylor isn't going to let that happen. According to spoilers, Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, will be making a comeback to the program. When Taylor initially returned to town, Grace was her doctor. It was Grace who informed Taylor that she had broken cardiac syndrome rather than cardiac failure. When Ridge begins to feel drawn to Brooke, will Taylor stage a relapse? To keep her hooks in Ridge, Taylor has done dubious things in the past. Why not keep Ridge with her and play on his emotions? Will Ridge eventually discover what Taylor is doing? Will Brooke and Ridge ever reconcile? This time, will Ridge remain with Taylor? Finn defends his daughter against shocking accusations as Steffy accuses Luna of assaulting Liam. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester accuses Luna Nozawa after discovering Liam Spencer suffering a severe head injury. This leads to a new confrontation with Finn, who stands up for his biological daughter even though Steffy is determined to send Luna back to prison. Finn defends his daughter after accusing Luna of attacking Liam, Steffy. The whole family will be rocked by Forrester Creations' most recent bombshell. Steffy Forrester makes snap judgments about who is at fault after finding Liam Spencer comatose at the Spencer estate due to a severe head injury, and her top suspect is none other than Luna Nozawa. Once more, Steffy suspects the worst of Luna. Finding Liam suffering from a potentially fatal cerebral hemorrhage only serves to reaffirm Steffy's long-held worry that Luna is still dangerous even after her pardon. According to Steffy, this appears to be a premeditated assault, and she quickly accuses Finn's biological daughter. Steffy is unaware that Liam's injuries were entirely unintentional. After a furious argument with his father, he first fell inside the Spencer estate, slamming his skull against a coffee table, and then he was struck again when he rolled over on the doorstep. Steffy, however, only sees what she wants to see in the absence of these important details, another chance to put Luna back in jail. Finn defends his daughter. Steffy expects her husband to support her when she puts her theory to Finn. Rather, she might be taken aback when Finn stands up for Luna in the face of these grave accusations. Since learning that Luna is his biological daughter, Finn has been balancing on a tightrope. Even though he is aware of Steffy's ongoing pain and mistrust, his paternal instincts are taking over, particularly if Luna cries out her innocence. The physician in him might also realize that there are other possible causes for Liam's injuries besides a premeditated assault. Their marriage may suffer greatly as a result of this divergence of viewpoints, and Finn may be forced to decide between defending his daughter from unfounded accusations and supporting his wife's claims. Vendetta of Steffy against Luna intensifies. Steffy has been searching for any reason to reincarcerate Luna, and this incident could be just what she needs. She might surmise that Luna went aggressive when she arrived to the Spencer mansion in search of Bill and instead ran into Liam. Steffy might even demand that Luna be arrested based only on her suspicions and circumstantial evidence, as Liam is unconscious and unable to provide his version of events. After all, Liam recently confronted his father about Luna's contentious pardon that Bill orchestrated, which has already caused a great deal of strain. Will the reality be exposed by Liam's recovery? All indications suggest that Liam will eventually overcome this medical emergency, but what will he recall upon awakening? Depending on his memory of what happened, his testimony can either confirm Steffy's charges or it might confirm Luna's innocence. In the interim, Steffy and Finn are at differences about Luna's purported involvement, resulting in a fresh family crisis that may have long-term effects on their marriage. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn finds it difficult to balance his devotion to his wife with his developing protective tendencies toward his daughter, while Steffy is adamant about seeing Luna return to prison. Watch closely as this intense plot develops and strains the Finnegan marriage to its limit. Rebecca Budig is interested in returning to the General Hospital. Everyone was aware that this would occur sooner rather than later. There is a lot of conjecture that Rebecca Budig wants to leave The Bold and the Beautiful and go back to General Hospital. Details of B&B, Rebecca Budig wishes to return to the General Hospital. Rebecca appeared on the show as the new Taylor Hayes in this made-up Los Angeles town, but regrettably, her reviewers don't like her portrayal. Since Rebecca resembles her screen daughter, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, who plays Steffy Forrester on the program, in age, they actually believe that she was completely miscast. Furthermore, they believe that Rebecca just fails to provide Taylor Hayes with the justice she is due. Even though she is a well-known therapist, she finds it extremely difficult to resolve her own issues, let alone those of her family. According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor won't be around for very long. Ridge intends to take her to Italy, but it appears that Brooke Logan, her romantic rival, will be right following them. Brooke's desire to win Ridge back has been incredibly forceful. Taylor will be devastated when Brooke manages to bed Ridge once more before anybody realizes it. And as everyone knows, Taylor instantly packs her bags and leaves town the moment things go wrong. Will Hayden Barnes be going back to the hospital? Nobody is really sure what Rebecca's future holds, but it wouldn't be shocking if she returned to General Hospital to play Hayden Barnes despite being fired from the program a number of years ago. Needless to say, viewers will just need to keep watching every single day to see what happens next. As soon as any new information becomes available, we will undoubtedly keep you informed. Rebecca herself has not yet commented on the situation, recognizing that it is currently all purely conjectural. On weekdays, the CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful. Look up the timings in your local listings. Additionally, you may leave us a comment here to share your thoughts. Remember to return for the most recent information and spoilers on your favorite soap operas, such as General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful, and Days of Our Lives. Brooke pursues a second married man. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, nobody should be surprised by her actions at this time. Since it appears that Brooke Logan is going to date another married man, it goes without saying that we are discussing her. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke dates another married man. Being single isn't really a bad thing, is it? As she continues to pursue unattainable men, Brooke doesn't appear to believe it. Given that Ridge Forrester has already turned her down several times, Brooke appears to be planning to pursue Deacon Sharp, a new man in this made-up Los Angeles town. Nobody should be surprised that Deacon would accept Brooke's approaches because he has always had a soft place for her. In addition, Sheila's openness to the crazy Luna in her life is the reason he is having problems with her. If we've learned anything about Brooke over the years, it's that she just cannot function without a male. She will obviously move on to the next person who will give her any kind of attention if Ridge doesn't want her. It's possible that this will cause issues between her and Sheila, but Brooke isn't really concerned about that right now. Both rejection and loneliness are intolerable to her. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, what will happen with Brooke Logan and Deacon Sharp next? Brooke believes that the risk of having another affair with Deacon is worthwhile. Additionally, they are already familiar with one another's needs and desires. Furthermore, Deacon is the ideal person to provide Brooke with the assistance she requires. Until Ridge reappears in her life and discovers what he has been missing, that is. It's a never-ending cycle. Needless to say, B&B fans will need to tune in every single day to see what happens next. Brooke Logan begs once more. Spoilers for Friday, April 4th, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful hint that Brooke will end up exactly where she was a week ago. Is there no respect for Brooke Logan? Does Catherine Kelly Lang's character Brooke Logan have any self-respect at all, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful? After decades of Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. vacillating between Brooke and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, we assumed she did when they made the decision to cut ties with him. But within months, she was back pleading with Ridge. She begged Ridge to take her back only last week, but he reluctantly went with Taylor as he had already committed to her. She is now requesting a favor in front of Ridge once more. Brooke isn't prepared to beg for Ridge's affection once more, surely. Brooke might be trying to help Hope Logan, Annika Noel. Ridge might be able to persuade Steffy Forrester Finnegan, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, to change her mind about Hope for the future. It was beginning to turn a profit again, so it's a business issue, isn't it? The bottom line of Forrester creations shouldn't be affected by Steffy's personal feelings, right? Read more, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon says these 4 harsh words following Sheila's Luna lie. The anger and torture of Steffy Forrester. Given that Steffy is now again directing people and addressing anyone who irritates her in any way, Brooke might want to ask her that question. In order to confront Dollar Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, about Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, she is back at his house this time. Bill is firing his own son? For years, Liam has put in a lot of effort at Spencer Publications. And because Liam was upset with Bill for bringing a serial killer into his house? Steffy thinks that is completely ridiculous. She has always been fiercely protective of Liam, but now that he has tampered with him, Bill has gone too far. Steffy is more angry with Bill than ever because of what he did to his own son and what he did to Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. What justification will Bill offer his ex-lover and ex-daughter-in-law? Maybe he'll advise her to simply leave his place once more. On weekdays, watch brand new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS. Visit Soap Opera Spy's social media pages.